Okay, hey everybody, Will here for the Better Gaming with Nathaniel, who is a member of our team and does all sorts of supporting stuff with our tech gear and gets involved in more ways than one. We just got back from seeing Resident Evil Retribution. Now, first off, I went into this movie with a fairly good attitude. However, the trailers wanted to make sure I was pissed off.
Oh yes, oh yes.
They spared no expense. They wanted you to be mad. Oh. But firstly, before even all that, as we walked into the theater, the people from... the people who work at whoever the hell directed and made this movie are passing out these flyers. They're like, we want you to review this movie as you're watching it. As you're watching it. Because as soon as you walk out, these guys are like, okay, can you give us back your things? Like, what do you, and tell us what you thought of the movie?
No, we're keeping it, we're keeping it.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, you wanted a review. Wish fucking granted. Anyway, like...
Well, we're gonna do this anyways. But
let me read, let's read off, which side? Oh, okay, this side. Resident Evil Retribution.
Roll that backwards.
Yeah, movie survey for Resident Evil Retribution.
Please complete this section before the movie begins. What the hell?
Number 1, are you male or female? Because that matters, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your age? Okay, because if you're 17 and under, basically that means you're stupid and can't really review anything. 60 and over.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
You're too old.
You're too old for us to even care about your opinion.
Yeah.
Let's see. 3. The movie you are about to see is in IMAX, regular 3D, 2D.
Does it really matter which one that you saw?
I guess for
them
them it would, because they'd probably like to test out, like, was our 3D any good, or was our 2D any good? Was it too dark in 3D?
The newer 3D doesn't entertain me. The old school, whatchamacallit?
Oh, the red.
Yep.
Red,
yep.
Blue, yeah.
That 3D was awesome. You thought you were gonna get hit with like a basketball back in the day. It's like, yes, you dodged the hell out of that shit.
Did you see Friday the 13th 4 in 3D?
Oh my god.
The original. Okay, anyway, number 4. Where do you remember seeing or hearing about this movie? Let's see. Commercials for the movie. I wonder if raging fan bases counts. Fortunately, no, they don't have that here. Let's see. Around town, other mobile device, trailer, in theater, television. 4B. If one of the ways you heard about Resident Evil Retribution was by using the Shazam app on your mobile device, did you use the app to purchase tickets? Yes or no? I don't even know what that is, so...
Shazam!
Shazam! Let's see. Which one source was the most influential in your decision to see Resident Evil Retribution? The angry fan base?
Yeah, pretty much.
And the fact that nobody else would.
Really watch it.
Nobody else wanted to go.
I know.
They were just like, oh, this is gonna suck, and I guess like I'm the only one on this bandwagon.
I'm dodging this bullet.
I've gotta go, and I'm like, oh, okay. I dragged him along with me, even though he almost knew nothing about the series.
Well,
almost.
Iffy.
Okay. If you watched the trailer online, which websites did you use?
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube probably. Or oh wait, no, never mind. Forget I said that.
Maybe YouTube.
If you indicated that you saw content about this movie on the internet, excluding watching a trailer, please check all the different sources that you may have viewed. Official websites, Yahoo search, movie showtimes, PlayStation, Xbox, Pandora, Twitter, YouTube.
You know what? I'll scan this for you and everything like that and send it to Will, so you guys can like review this sheet all over, front and back, because this is just really funny.
It really is. It's funny.
Like, this will kill like at least an hour of giggles, you know?
Did you discover this movie on the internet, or did you already know about the movie and then go to the internet to get more information? Well, I think anybody who saw the last movie would have knew that this movie was going to come out eventually. So, when did you first decide that you wanted to see Resident Evil Retribution? When nobody else would? That's my response. However, they don't have that here. Today, within the last 2 days, within a week, last month, more than a month ago. Did you read a review of Resident Evil Retribution? Retribution? What do you think this is?
Yeah, pretty much.
No, because the movie just came out today, stupid.
Yep.
Okay.
MySpace.
Who did you attend the film with today? Yeah. I'm pretty sure about 90% selected number 6.
Oh yeah.
I came alone. Okay, which of the following...
Behind the shame in a cloak so no one can recognize me.
Let's see. Which of the following do you participate in most often for entertainment leisure? I noticed that gaming is not one of these options. However, going to the gym is. Oh, no, I'm wrong. There is. Alright, playing video games, sure, I'll go with that one.
Yeah. Most people check that.
What best describes your experience with the previous Resident Evil movies? Did you really want to ask that? Alright, Resident Evil 2002. Yeah, so it's been 10 years since the first movie.
Oh.
Let's see, the first
We're getting
one...
old.
I know, don't remind me. Let's see, I saw the first movie on television. I saw the... It's funny how they don't have saw it on YouTube.
Kind of saw mine on bootleg.
Yeah, like, hold on, there's this part right here, like right here. Saw it in theaters, saw it in DVD, saw it on television, didn't see it. I saw some of these on YouTube. So, illegally.
How come there wasn't like a bootleg one? Saw a bootleg.
Bootleg? Let's see, what is the last grade of school you completed? What the fuck does that matter?
I know.
Are you African American, Asian, Caucasian, Hispanic, or other?
This is starting to sound like a freaking interrogation more than a survey.
This is starting to sound like those freaking SAP tests that they gave you right before the SATs. Back in high school.
Are you smart? No.
I saw this movie, so no. Please complete the following questions after seeing the movie. Oh, here we go. How would you rate this movie? I'll get to that in a bit. Would you recommend this movie to a friend? I'll get to that in a bit. Will you see Resident Evil Retribution again? I'll get to that in a bit. Did you see the trailer for any of the following movies today? Looper, Dango Unchained, Skyfall, Battle of the Year. No, I did not, and I don't know why that matters. If you indicated that you saw the trailer, how interested are you in seeing any of the following movies in the theater? That has nothing to do with On Topic. If you would like to occasionally share your opinion about movies and entertainment or receive information on upcoming movies and events, please write your email address below. Yeah, well,
Yeah, we don't want junk mail.
no thanks. That'll go immediately.
We got enough already on you.
Yeah, that'll go immediately in my spam box, so.
Spam is tasty.
Okay, so that's the pamphlet they gave you, and they really wanted you to review this thing during the film, so they wanted to keep you distracted.
Well, during and after.
Possibly, so that's a kind of a scary sign.
And please complete this section before the movie begins. So, beginning and after.
Okay, well, granted, it's dark in a theater. They
No one's gonna complete this.
And they gave us, like, pencils and stuff. It was funny.
I jacked the pencils.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, on to the experience, so...
Yes, I threw that.
Okay, first the trailers. Oh boy! They wanted me to be in a bad mood. Because the first trailer that they showed, right before they tell me to shut your cell phone up, they're just like...
Yeah, I had to nudge them for that one, though.
Oh yeah, they're just like... Ninja Theory. No!
Once I saw the shoes, I already knew.
Oh, they were just like, yeah, Ninja Theory. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no. Then you see Dante, he's like walking in, and all of a sudden you see like this little girl, she's about to drink like a soda, and then like this asshole walks by and he's just like, slap! Oh, like do that, bitch. Like pretend you're drinking a soda, like, he's just like, I'm sorry. I'm like, what a dick! I just thought it was so funny. And, oh my gosh.
It was just wrong.
A whole DMC trailer in the IMAX experience. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, after that...
I don't know, like, the DMC, it's somewhat decent, but then I'm
That's
not
a trailer's
holding my
job.
breath. Like, it looks decent.
That's what a trailer's job is to do.
But I'm not standing in line for that sucker.
No.
That's like $15 at GameStop at best.
Yeah, fortunately, that's the last trailer, the first and only trailer that I thought was really going to put me in a bad mood. Just knowing that I was sitting in a theater that Capcom had. It was like, yes. Okay, then we saw the trailer for Taken 2. I am already in line for that movie. That's gonna... What are you doing?
That's a good one.
Yeah, that looks like it's gonna be something. Like, what do you think about that?
From Taken 1, yeah, it was actually really good. I really did like the idea of that one. And then them extending the story and stuff like that, plot lines. I don't think that's definitely not going to be boring. So I am going to watch that one as soon as that one comes out.
Oh, by the way, if you feel like I'm talking on and you want to say something, just shut me up. Like, you can say something. Let's see, what else we saw the trailer for Frankenweenie, which Disney and Tim Burton is a lethal combo.
Yeah.
So that could be really good. Let's see, there were a couple of horror movies. One of them didn't look any good, and it was the house at the end of the street or something. Yeah.
Points for close-up shots.
Yeah, the house at the end of the whatever it was called.
Yeah.
I'm really not interested in that one. Like, I've seen that one before.
Like, it's one of those movies that's, like, it's obvious something's gonna pop out. At least that's the vibe that I get from it.
Most of the time, yeah. Then there was another trailer for a movie, for a horror movie called Mama. Which...
That one is...
It was different.
Points for children scaring the crap out of you with soft voices.
And points for being original, because I haven't seen that story. Oh! Then there was another trailer that was brilliant, and applaud to the maker who thought of this first. Was Hansel and Gretel. Oh, wow.
Nostalgia.
I feel like that movie should have been made a long time ago.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a sequel to the storybook Hansel and Gretel, and if you're not familiar with that, I don't know why you wouldn't be. Story of Hansel and Gretel, two children, boy and a girl, get lost in the woods, find a whole house made of candy, an evil witch there tricks them into...
That house. I mean, what?
What?
I wish I found that house.
Oh, no. Yeah, they try to. The witch tries to fatten up Hansel so she can eat him, while also putting the young girl into slavery. Both of them outsmart her, push her into the fire, and kill her off. That's how the storybook ends, with a happy ending. Now, this movie is a sequel, take place a long time later when they're grown up. And, oh boy, it looks like Van Helsing got up in here. Oh.
Somewhat, kind of seems like it was inspired by some other movies, but
Oh, there was...
But it's just that it's like nursery rhyme at the same time. So.
Yeah, like, if you saw... like any of the Underworld films or Van Helsing, it looks straight up.
Yeah, speaking of Underworld. Okay.
Yeah, it looks straight from there. Okay, now... Were there any other trailers? No?
Nah, not ones that caught our notice.
Nothing?
And then the movie started.
Okay. Okay, finally on to the motion picture. That is Resident Evil Retribution. Let's see. How did this movie start?
As a normal, happy family.
Oh! I remember. It's, yeah, the beginning of the movie starts out with, like, this whole backwards... Like, it starts playing, like, the whole movie in backwards. Like, if you remember the ending from Afterlife, where basically Jill Valentine and her army of people are coming to wreck their shit. Alice is just like, this isn't good. Chris Redfield and Claire Redfield have completely vanished from this scene altogether. I don't know where the hell they went. They're not even brought up. Actually, no, they are. I think Alice mentions them once, like, where are they? And she doesn't really get an answer.
No one really gets an answer ever.
No, not really. So, a whole bunch of hunks jump out of the ships, out of the planes, just like as we figured they would.
Killzone style. Pretty
much kill everybody, including probably Kmart. Kmart was in the credits, but I didn't see her in the whole movie. Let's see, who else? Okay, so Jill, she also jumps out of that helicopter thing, the Hind, and she starts getting into like a little dodge aerial maneuver like she did in the game, and that's fine. A plane crashes, blows up. As far as I know, nobody lives on this entire freaking ship, aside from Alice, who fell in the water. Oh, by the way, spoilers.
Oh yes, this is going to be full of spoilers. So, yeah.
Okay, so as soon as Alice falls in the water, we kind of get like a blackout, and then a sudden wake up in this normal suburban life out in the middle of the suburbs of, I'm guessing, New York. I wouldn't know. I've never been there. Oh, so yeah. This is kind of hard to explain because you kind of got to see it. Like, how do you explain cutting from just action to just all of a sudden you just wake up
in a normal bed?
In a normal bed. Like, this was all a dream. So yeah, you got Alice. She's got long hair. She's pretty looking. Like, it all of a sudden looked like it. All of a sudden turned into
dressed.
Yeah, and looked like a Degrassi movie. So she wakes up all pretty looking and unbattle scarred. Like, she just wakes up right like, oh, was all this just a dream? And then her husband comes out. It's frickin' Carlos from Carlos. And yeah, you know who they blatantly killed off in the third Resident Evil movie that caused an uproar? Like, people were just like, you mother... You killed off Carlos. Oh my god. And also, yeah, so Carlos is just like, well, honey, our child's got to go to school today, or something like, or she's going to be late for school.
Huge what the fuck moments.
Yeah, there's a lot of those in this movie. It's not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
Okay, so what's funny is like Alice, she kind of like just stumbled there. She wakes up. She's like, oh, okay, honey, I'll go and
try and act normal.
Yeah, I'll go try to act normal. I'll get our daughter ready for school, and the daughter, who we have no idea what her name is. Like, they probably mentioned it, but
we didn't catch it.
It's not Sherry. I'll give you that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she's deaf, by the way, because there's constant sign language going on between her and Alice. Like, you getting ready for school? Then out of nowhere, the zombies come and just wreck their shit. I know, I'm saying that a lot, but that's literally what happens a lot in this movie. Like, a whole bunch of out of nowhere wrecking your shit.
Don't watch this movie with earphones, like, once it comes out on DVD, because, like, it will bust your eardrums like, at some points with shocking sound waves.
There were some really good jump scares in that beginning opening set where it's just a normal suburban life and then zombies just BAM come out.
Left 4 Dead. Not just kidding.
It did feel like Left 4 Dead.
It's like zombie.
And I'm surprised, like, I jumped twice. Mm-hmm. Like, because just the zombies right there, just boom out of nowhere. They're like coming from behind the staircases or like busting through the door. Like,
and it's very plausible. Like, it's zombies the way that you would expect zombies in a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, probably. It makes
no stupid zombies in Resident Evil.
It makes it, well, actually, if you want to... At this point, I think we should kind of establish that they're not really so much zombies anymore, rather than zombies mixed with the Ouroboros and Las Plagas genotype, which makes them a little more threatening.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 5 stuff. So, anyway, Alice, or subject, whatever, in that whole scenario, the little girl and that Alice are running away through the house, trying to hide from all these zombies that just literally came out of nowhere, busted the house open. They killed off Carlos again. So just in case you didn't, you didn't see him die once in the third movie. Well, here's another chance you could see him just get axed right then and there. Like, get her upstairs.
Yep.
So yeah.
At least he went on honorably.
Yeah, so Alice and the little girl, they're running through the house, climbing through the rooftops, climbing down the rooftops, getting outside, getting into cars flipping over. A zombie apocalypse just broke out in the whole suburb. Michelle Rodriguez almost runs him over with the car. She's like, get in the car, we gotta go. I don't know who you are, just get in. The car flips over because it gets crashed into weirdly.
Yeah. And the car is never wrecked, but it's flipping.
And then, yeah, the car flips over. Michelle's just, like, laying there, like, passed out. Alice and the girl, they just leave her there, and then they just go. And then Michelle, she wakes up, she's like, oh, shit. Let's see, and then, oh, how does this end? Like, how does that scenario end? Like, I know it cuts, eventually, it cuts from there.
Yeah,
and then she wakes up in the grid.
Oh yeah, after her husband comes back as a zombie.
Oh right. Yeah, that's right. Apparently, yeah, she, Alice, Amelia, she takes the girl, the little girl, the deaf girl, up into another house, hides her in a closet, and she says, "Stay here, I love you." And she goes downstairs, sees a lot of zombies, including Carlos as a zombie now. And so if you wanted to see Carlos coming out with the whole zombie look and the Ouroboros coming out of his mouth, well, there you go. And immediately it jump cuts, stops right there, and then it goes to inside of a grid, like
Ouroboros symbol on the floor.
The umbrella symbol.
Oh yeah.
Umbrella.
Yeah, it shows how much I know.
And it's just like at the ending of the first movie when she woke up in this white room. She's wearing the same thing, by the way. She's wearing that napkin top.
Yeah, sewed together with another napkin.
And you do see her breasts. Like, you do see some nipple.
Side boob.
I saw a nipple.
You were obviously looking harder than I was. Yeah, you were.
Yeah, it was. I was just like, are we going to see something? Are we seeing something? Yes, we are! For like 2 seconds.
I take too many art figure classes to really notice that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so Alice, she wakes up in this grid, a white room that has the umbrella symbol on the floor, and it's like this long tube that just comes up from, like, it's incredibly deep. There's no getting out of here. Yeah. And,
impossible. Like, portal-ish.
Yeah.
Feeling.
Yeah, so she just, like, stumbles there for a minute, and all of a sudden, whoosh, subject Alice. Who are you working for? She doesn't answer, and all of a sudden, like, the voice turns on, like, this siren that almost bleeds the audience's ears.
Yes, the sound is very annoying.
Yeah, so I'm just like, Alice, answer her damn question, please.
So you're getting bored. That's another reason that I said don't wear earphones when you're watching this movie when it comes out on DVD or something like that, or if you're waiting for that sort of thing. Oh my god.
Yeah, so like, so like you see Jill come up. There's like a little chute on the wall above that opens up, and you see Jill there, and she's of course got her Resident Evil 5 getup with the little thing on her, and she's just like, "Subject Alice" or "Project Alice." Let's see, why did you betray Umbrella? With this deep voice, like synthesizer thing that's going on. It's like a voice changer. She's got the deep voice going on. Why did you betray Umbrella? Alice is just really confused, like, Jill, why are you doing this? Like, oh, fuck, you bitch! Damn it!
Would have been even funnier if she had the, like, bitch look to her face, like...
Project Alice, who are you working for? It was funny. And, like, it got to the point where she wasn't answering any of the questions. There was even a point where, like, cuts a little forward, where at this point, Alice is just sitting on the floor really bored, and then, like, just out of randomness, like, Jill's not even asking questions anymore. She's just...
She's like, just hitting the thing.
She's just having fun with the button pressing.
She just eats lunch and just happens to hit the button.
So I can see her there. She's, like, eating a sandwich. Like, using her elbow.
Part of the sandwich falls out.
Oh, yeah. If she's eating a sandwich, the meat falls out. Whoops.
She turns her chair. Still hits the button. Okay, God knows how long this goes on for.
Yeah, it goes on long enough to the point where Alice really doesn't give a shit. She's just like, I don't care.
She's like, just yeah.
Okay, and then, again, out of nowhere, the power to the whole facility, wherever it is...
Conveniently shuts off.
Conveniently, whether or not it's convenient, because, again, we don't know how long she was down there. Yeah. So, it just shuts down. The whole place goes dark, including the grid that Alice is on. So Alice, of course, is just like, oh, that's abnormal. And then this is the convenient part. There's a little drawer inside the grid that opens up and has an arsenal ready for her.
Why in a cell would you have an arsenal? Or armor, basically armor, yeah.
Yeah, so now she like, actually what I also found funny was the time. It's like, as soon as the facility shuts down, you got this computer voice. The facility has temporarily gone into shutdown. It will reboot in 3 minutes. And it periodically reminds you the time. The system will reboot in 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Just in case you're a dyslexic soldier.
That's not what bothered me. Is like, the system, like, at this point Alice is still basically naked looking at the drawer with the clothes. The system will reboot in 2 minutes and 10 seconds. And she's still looking at the thing. And then it jump cuts to outside the facility, well, outside her grid door, the cell that she was in. It's like this really long hallway looking at the door. And, like, what did I say? 2 minutes and 10 seconds? And then it says again, it will reboot in 10 minutes, in 2 minutes. And then she walks out fully clothed. So in 10 seconds, she got dressed. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh my god, that was quick.
The system.
I wonder if they actually recorded that scene.
There probably was.
Okay,
there probably was like a Batman suit-up scene. like you get a close-up of her ass.
Oh my god. Okay. Anime clothing scenes.
And then they try to recreate, like, okay, so she gets out of the cell, she steps into the hallway, and it's still, like, pretty dark at this point. Oh, actually, she wasted a lot of time getting dressed, because by the time she gets out of that room, the system reboots, and Jill can see through the surveillance that she's out of the cell, and she just basically wants her terminated at this point. She's like, activate the grid, or the...
Grid sweep.
Like, you remember in the first Resident Evil movie when the SWAT team got trapped in that hallway and that that cyber grid came out and was like...
Cheese grater.
Yeah, like just wrecked everybody up and just chopped them in half and stuff. She sicks that on Alice. And, of course, Alice remembering that, she gets to booking. What?
Like, the annoying part, though, when she starts running down the hallway and stuff like that, she makes it to the door, which just opens up. I'm like, really?
Well, at the same time, you remember...
Could have made it stressful, and then, like, the door not opening, and then...
Oh, yeah, and then it opens at the last minute, possible second. Like, yeah, it's just like...
No,
opens
it
up
just opens up. It's like...
Then, as she passes through the door, one of the funniest moments of the movie, product placement.
Oh, my god.
Yeah, because as the door opens from inside the hallway facility where she is, she goes through the door, and immediately is outside in the middle of Tokyo. Like, and you see a whole bunch of stores with product placement. You see like the Rockstar energy drink. You see like I'm not kidding. There's a GameStop over here, which cracked everybody up. Because oh my god, imagine if a zombie comes out with a freaking nuke right now and just blows it up. I would have paid.
Or a zombie holding a video game.
Yeah, that I'd have paid to see that.
And him being all excited about it.
Oh, wouldn't that be funny if he's playing like a demo of Resident Evil 6? Or Azura's Wrath or any Capcom game.
That would have been good promotion.
Actually, what would also be funny if there was
also a Rockstar symbol as it swept across the screen. So it was like GameStop, like blurry, and then Rockstar star right there.
Yeah.
Energy drink.
It would also be funny if like there's a statue, like, or maybe there was like a sign for an upcoming Mega Man game and it's been destroyed on the floor. Why not? Capcom would have agreed.
Betrayed.
Okay, so Alice, she's like out in the middle of Tokyo. It starts raining. Then it's empty, and then all of a sudden, oh wait, no, not yet. She grabs a chain, and there's like there's a couple of police cars that are just lined up for reasons. She breaks the car door. She takes their guns and just loads up for her because, well, why not?
Was it a Desert Eagle? Looked like it.
Probably was. It looked like a Desert Eagle.
Shiny.
And she keeps the chain too, which actually pretty smart. I'd have did that. And then some sort of simulation starts where like every single Asian person in Tokyo is now starts walking. Yeah. And it just seems like another night in Tokyo until
everyone started loading.
Well, until one of them bumped into her and looks at her and starts getting the zombie look. So yeah, now it's turned into a
outbreak.
And now it's turned into a little bit of an outbreak that she's got to fight. So she starts running away from outside of where the hell she is in Tokyo, and goes and the Rockstar energy drink place, it opens up.
Like God, it's like
yeah, it's like the door to the light. It's like Kingdom Hearts shit.
Oh yeah.
And she runs into the light, and now she's in another hallway like the one she got out before. And this is actually probably one of the coolest fight scenes. It's cheesy as all hell, but it's actually pretty entertaining. You could talk about it. Like you had a couple of problems. He had a couple of problems with this scene, and I thought it was pretty cool.
Some of the stunts and stuff like that, it kind of seemed Power Ranger-like. So it's like, okay, there are some moments that you feel like, yeah, this is Resident Evil, this is badass shit, and then it just goes. And in some parts, when she's like hitting certain zombies, you could tell there's hesitation in the movements, and then it's like it breaks the idea of it actually being badass for that scene, at least for me, anyways. And then also the audio soundtrack, very annoying for me. So there's, oh my god, several moments.
I'd have to give that to him because I honestly wasn't listening to the music. All I know is that you just get, whenever there's some action going on, they just hit this heavy rock that I don't know what the hell it is, but it just, why not? If it's a fight scene, just play something loud and dumb. Yeah. You could put anything. You could have put Aerodynamic to that and it would have worked.
Street Fighter music.
You could have put the Guile theme and it would have worked. So during the whole fight scene, she's got the Desert Eagle, which has limited ammo, and she's also flinging around this chain, which is very improbable because I mean I know you could hit something with a chain, but the way that it keeps on flinging, it's like Maxi from Soul Calibur. How nunchucks really don't work this way. She's kind of doing that with the whip, and you can call bullshit on it all you want.
Go Castlevania.
It kind of looked like that. Like she's. In fact, if there was going to be a Castlevania movie, that's what I was picturing it would have been like. It would have been cheesy like that. You just take a whip and just start kind of hacking away at the... So, that scene was probably the closest thing we'd have gotten to a Castlevania movie. So it's not bad. It was a pretty action-y scene. It was kind of long. And it doesn't take long for the action to start to happen. Okay, so she kills all the zombies amazingly in that hallway. And, let's see. Oh, okay. Right from there, a door opens up, leading into another, like, grid-ish area, but it's like the center where, like, I guess the desk area where, I guess, when you would first walk into a facility building, you got, like, the desk area where people are like, okay,
yeah,
what do you
reception area.
Yeah, what he said, exactly. Receptions, except they're all dead.
Yeah, no, conveniently, so she doesn't have to kill them.
Yeah, they're all dead, and so... Oh, what's also funny is, like...
Straight in the head.
Yeah, what's funny is, like, on the when she's walking in the reception area, there's a whole nother arsenal of guns, and I just leaned over at this point and told Nate, "Damn, I wish the games were that generous."
Oh yes.
Like, wow, when the hell did we ever get? That would have
been like a godsend.
Like, when the hell did we ever get like a whole just arsenal of free guns and ammunition? Like, she's just like loading up. And was it me, or did the guns that she had throughout this entire movie did not run out of ammo?
Yeah, no. Only very few times that she actually reloaded.
I know, that like it was with the Desert Eagle when she's fighting in the first scene, she throws it in the air, catches it, and clicks it in. I don't think she reloaded another time in this movie.
Yeah, no. Well, that's to be expected in any freaking action movie. Oh, I gotta reload. No one ever yells that, which really should.
Okay, so after Alice loads up her arsenal, Ada Wong immediately comes right behind her, like Batman.
Yeah.
Except Alice is already knows this, and like, okay, they quickly get into like a little bit of a spar, nothing serious or deadly. But they quickly end in a lock where Ada's got her gun, Alice has got the knife to her throat, and she's just like, you don't want to mess with me right now. I am so pumped. I just took out like freaking 50 zombies in one hallway. You do not want to mess with me. I've got a chain, bitch.
I'll whip you.
And Ada's like, oh, wait, stop. I will tell you who I am. And Alice is like, You're Ada Wong. You work for Albert Wesker. I know everything about you. I know who and what you are. Ada is drop dead silence. She's got nothing to say.
I never saw you in the hallway.
And Ada's she's just like,
okay.
oh, and Alice is just like, well, tell me what, like, the only thing you can't tell me is, why should I not kill you right now? And again, Ada's got nothing. Except for, oh wait, I think she does say that I'm supposed to help you, I can get you out of here. And, yeah, and then, there's a television, not really a television, but you know, like those hologram projector, that the future.
I wish I had one.
Everybody wishes they had one. Like the hologram projector appears in the background, and Albert Wesker appears on the screen, and he's like, "Wow, Alice, I am here to help you." Bullshit.
She throws the knife out.
She gets the knife and she throws it at the screen, breaks it, and then he appears right on another one right behind her. Yoing. I
just wasted a knife.
And then he's literally, like, he's really out to help her. He's like, Alice, I need your help. Well, actually, I don't need your help. I'm here to help you. We need you. We're here to help you. I've sent in Ada Wong to help get you out of here. She's turned on this area. I'm also sending in a SWAT team to help you escape this facility. You must join me. We have to form an alliance because the last of the human race is becoming extinct. Only you and I can stop this from happening.
Totally different Wesker than the Wesker in the video games.
I'm just like, wait a minute. In the game, Wesker wants to send Ouroboros, well, back when he was alive, wanted to nuke Ouroboros on the entire planet and turn everybody into his entire being of whatever the hell monsters that they were. And if your biological data didn't mix well with the Ouroboros, then unfortunately you died and became a monster. If you did,
natural selection.
Yeah, if you did mix well with it, then you became like Wesker and get all the superpower speed and stuff like that.
Semi-Wesker.
Yeah.
You need to get shots.
However, in this movie, he's anti that. He wants to preserve and save the human race. Why? I have no freaking idea.
I love the Wesker of the video games. He was an asshole.
Oh, he's still well, I don't know if he was an asshole here. He was actually kind of a...
He was a nice guy.
He was straight to the point. He's like, hey, Alice, oh yeah, by the way, the Red Queen from the first movie is back, and she's in charge of this whole facility.
She's as British as ever.
Yeah. Wesker explains everything to Alice, like, you've been abducted, like, Jill Valentine apparently is not working for Wesker, and that thing that Wesker invented that's on her chest is not his. And she's working for the Red Queen. Mm-hmm. And the Red Queen plans to take over the world, kill off the entire human race, and breed these whatever the hell she's doing.
Portal! I mean, what?
And apparently the facility that Alice is in, and Ada is in right now, excuse the dogs, is in the middle of the Soviet Union. Well, it's not. It was made by the Soviet Union. And was it Alaska?
Oh, it was a facility made by the Soviet Union. Yeah, it's semi in Alaska.
Somewhere really cold.
It was made during the Cold War, and they added on to it. So they put new paint up and everything like that. We put new armor on the walls and made it nice.
So the Soviet Union back in the Cold War had this facility somewhere in, I don't know, Alaska or the Antarctic, and I guess 500 miles beneath the ice of the surface, they built this whole underwater facility that was pretty much abandoned until the Red Queen, I guess, somehow got inside and took over.
Remodel.
And
Extreme makeover.
Jill Valentine and her whole hunk army just remodeled and added umbrella paint on the sides of their submarines, which they said was a secret, by the way. Well, if it's a secret, why do you got your freaking logo on the...
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant.
At least mess up the logo some way.
Yeah, so basically we figure out that the whole facility that they're in is not owned by Wesker. It's owned by the Red Queen, and Wesker sent Ada in because Wesker wants to help Alice get out. Because he wants her to help him save the world.
Dun, dun, dun. Extreme spoiler alert.
Yeah, so I'm just like, oh, that's different. I sent in the SWAT team. And, oh yeah, he also systematically explains everything to Alice. He explains through like computer tech, like he tells her where she is, what's happened, what's going on, what they need to do, what the SWAT team's going to do, what they should do. And he's also like, you have to hurry, the Red Queen is jamming my signal. I can't hold on much longer, Alice, you must get out. Sorry, Abbot Wesker, but I can't have you spoiling my fun. And then, oh, she delivers the same line that she delivered in the first movie at Ada and she's just like, you're all going to die down here.
Annoying.
Like, wow.
British as ever. Same 3D model, by the way. They didn't do nothing extra.
That's fine. Okay, and from there, yeah, from there, since they explained the SWAT team, we might as well show who that is. It goes outside to the surface, where you got this tank driving up with the SWAT team of 5. 4 of them we don't know. Oh wait, no. SWAT team of 6. 4 of them we don't know, 3 we do know. And I was kind of surprised at one of them, because I didn't see them in the trailer. We got Leon Kennedy, who I wasn't as disappointed with the performance with the actor as I thought I was going to be. We had the black guy that I cannot remember his name for the life of me from Afterlife, who did survive at the end. And we have Barry Burton, which was surprising because I did not know that he was going to be in this movie. And so they go to the top of the facility, they do their little explanations, like they acknowledge the characters that they are, and they set up these triggers, like they set up bombs on the area for a backup plan, and they also talk about their side of the plan that as Wesker talked about, like we need to go through the elevator all the way down to the facility that's 500 miles under the surface of the ice sea, and we have to go and rendezvous with Ada and Alice and get them out the same way we came in. If that fails, they gotta bomb the place and use the elevator for the water that'll take them up. Okay, now this is where a lot of the action comes in because, oh wow, they get into a lot of sidetracks. Oh!
Not Power Ranger, by the way, so it's good action.
Really?
Yeah, from there on, it started to get better.
Okay, this is one of the things that I need to explain because this is, in the trailers, people were really confused by why there were sudden random appearances like in the suburbs and Tokyo and New York and stuff. This is how it works, and it's a brilliant explanation, honestly. In the underground facility that they're in, there are giant cells that go up to 300 feet high, and they're supposed to be virtual reality rooms. And
awesome.
and they're made to look like Tokyo, China, New York, and oh, what were the other places? Because the reason why that they were those specific places is because they.
I think one was like in the Soviet Union.
Yeah, Soviet Union, Russia. And Wesker was talking to Alice about how back when everybody first learned about this biological weapon, the government political leaders thought of this as a really dangerous weapon, and everybody had to get their hands on it. So it started being sold across the globe. If the China got it, then Japanese had to get it. If the Japanese got it, then the Russians had to get it. If the Russians got it, the Americans got it. And it just went on from there. And they built these huge rooms inside the facility to try to figure out how the outbreak would work. And they simulated it hundreds of times, and to do this, they needed to create clones of all of the subjects who were originally part of it. So that's why we see Michelle Rodriguez and pretty much everybody that was in the first movie, including Carlos, who died in the third movie, and clones of Milla Jovovich and so on. But pretty much that explains why everybody
is alive.
Yeah, is alive just to get killed off again and again and again and again and again in these simulations.
Which just gets funny. It really does.
That is very realistic. That is kind of brilliant. And I like how that works.
Mm-hmm. But they never show two of the same person, so it's not like idiot clone, like, dude.
Actually, they did.
Well,
Michelle Rodriguez.
Alive at the same time. I mean, like, you know, hey.
Oh, yeah, they didn't do that. They didn't do that, and that was a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so this is how Michelle Rodriguez worked. In the beginning, you saw her in the car just like a normal girl. Like when when I told you the zombie breakout happened out of nowhere, and the car flipped over, and she was kind of left there. Amazingly, somehow she escaped that. and she hid in a subway that was still part of a simulation that didn't end. Again, and also that little girl, she also didn't die in the simulation that didn't end, so she was still hiding that whole time. So Ada and Alice are trying to rendezvous with the team that's supposed to be coming with, well, Leon's team that's supposed to be meeting in the middle, and Alice and Ada take a walk through that suburb area and find that it's still messed up from the last simulation. So of course they still run into some familiar faces. They run into the little girl, and they also run into some SWAT guys from Umbrella, from the Red Queen, that are of course trying to either capture them or kill them. And that's where we get another action scene. And yeah, that's where you find Soldier, Michelle Rodriguez, and basically the guys from the first movie. They're bad guys, by the way, so they're out to get them. You have anything to say on that scene?
Well, not so much.
None?
Oh, and there is a little part that's very good, though. I like the way that they, okay, the movie does have CG. For people that don't like the current CG that they're doing in movies, oh, too much CG this, too much CG that, they found, I think, a good balance between CG and actual destruction. So it's like, it's not...
It's well used because
total green screen.
I don't think
300.
Yeah, I don't think people will have a problem with CG if it's used right and not just a cop out just to escape a budget or to escape stupid stuff that can be easily done. So, of course, you realize that with some of the monsters that are like lickers and stuff, they would have to do CG just to pass that. But when it comes to realistic, like just human on human stuff, they can just use stunt doubles, and they do. But of course, there are 3D parts when they kind of have to cater to the 3D aspect. They'll have like bullets like come close up and like have stuff that's flying at the thing, so they'll get a little creative.
It's really, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it would be so much fake, or it's like plausible that it could be real, you know? Yeah. But there is some explosions in the movie that are way too close for any normal person to
like, I don't know.
Survive.
If there was an explosion that close, I don't know, you might survive maybe, but there's no way you'd be on your feet.
Blown back.
Yeah, you wouldn't be on your feet.
Yeah.
You'd have felt something.
Yeah.
But there was also a scene in that fight when in the suburb area where Ada, she uses her grapple gun and shoots it at a guy and pierces him and pulls him toward her. That was pretty cool. I'm surprised she didn't do that in the game. She could have. Let's see. So she kind of sacrifices herself. She kind of sacrifices herself because the whole idea is that Alice has to get out, and he's just like, here, take these glasses. They have all the map information. Just get out. I'll stay here and get caught.
Which I found funny, by the way, is just like, okay, you're handing me glasses with, like, you know, as a map. And I was like, fan service. Fan service. For people that like glasses, girls wearing glasses. I was like, oh my god.
That kind of bothered me, because, like, I know I'm jumping ahead here, but Leon was always constantly saying that, well, Ada's got a plan. Her plan was to get caught. She didn't do a damn thing after.
Well, basically, she stalled. I think that's what her plan was.
In a way, she kind of removed herself from the equation.
Yeah.
So, whatever her plan was...
Semi-worked.
Okay, so she's like, okay, you take the little girl, you go, I'll stay here, stall them, get caught, while you do whatever. So Ada, she surrenders to Michelle Rodriguez and the bad guys, and Jill. And Alice and the girl take off, they hit the subway, where they run into the other Michelle Rodriguez from the suburb attack. And she's like, oh, you guys made it out. Oh, what's with the change of clothes? That's not what you were wearing earlier. Because the original Alice the original Alice that was part of the first scenario got killed by the zombie Carlos. And you see the body later.
At least she wasn't a zombie. She won't be a zombie because she already died.
Yeah.
Sorry. No zombie body double.
No. So, yeah, Alice, she's just like, oh, it's you. She immediately gives her a gun. She's like, you know how to use this? No, I'm anti-guns. And she's like, okay, well, here, it's just like taking a picture with the camera. See? Now you're an instant badass. Click.
Yes.
Like, keep the little girl with you. I need to go and take some. Just wait here, hide here in the subway. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. And Alice takes off. Meanwhile, back with Leon, Barry, black guy that I can't remember. Afterlife black guy. He wasn't in the game, so whatever.
He's not important.
He's the basketball player.
He's the extra.
And with the other SWAT team that has like the computer and stuff that tells them where crap is. They're like, they go into a city simulation. I guess it's like New York.
No, I think it was Russia.
Yes, it was Russia. My bad.
Yeah.
It was Russia, and immediately Leon gets attacked by a licker. That is fan service, and it's not just a licker. It's a very giant, overgrown licker.
Like if you played Resident Evil 5, I think that licker maybe 2 or 3 times the size of a normal licker. That's the size of it.
Yeah, it was a really huge licker, and it had the brain out and everything, so it was a licker.
2 tongues, not 1, 2.
And that was really funny. It's just like, oh, Leon's just like, oh god, really? Yeah, so Leon and the gang are fighting giant licker, fighting some task force guys from Jill Valentine that are showing up and trying to kill them off. So yeah, there's a pretty long gun fight scene going on with them. And you guys got to forgive the noise out there. There's a lot of it. Dogs and stuff.
We might try and edit that out.
I don't think I could. Even if I tried. Okay, so... God, my computer screen's still not fixed. Okay, anyway, so... As they're still fighting the licker, and like some of the members get killed off. And so basically only like I think at this point like only Leon, Barry, and black guy I can't remember are left. They really are. And then all of a sudden Alice shows up in this car, and she's just like, "You guys need an invitation? Get in." Hold on one second.
Oh, you're gonna leave me alone with them?
No, I'm gonna edit this out. Okay, I'm back. Had to take care of that mess. Okay, where was I? Oh, get in the car. Let's go. Conveniently out of nowhere. Well, then again, she did have the glasses, so there probably was a scene where she was looking at those, and she stopped over at the place and got a vehicle and just drove over him, but they probably cut it for time. So they get into the car. Barry, black guy, I can't remember, Leon, and Jill. Not Jill, I mean Alice. They drive off, licker chasing them, but, oh, one of the funniest things is that there's almost a Terminator scene. Before Alice shows up, Leon and the other guys all of a sudden get boxed in by an army of Russian zombie soldiers that are doing the soldier strut. And it's like the Terminator, like you could almost put the da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, and I'm just like, oh god.
How do you do that?
Like really? Like these zombies are organized!
Yeah, so it's like Resident Evil 5 zombies when you're towards the end of the game.
And these zombies know how to use guns!
Yeah, and motorcycles. And cars.
Like, wow!
So they hacked the mobility side of the brain, so they're like...
Yeah, there had to be some simulation there, because there's like no way. No way.
Yeah.
So, Licker gets killed in a crash. Car gets messed up. Leon, Alice, black guy I can't remember, and Barry get out okay. They go back into the subway. They re-rendezvous with the little girl and Michelle Rodriguez, the suburb one, and they're like, okay, to the elevator, let's go. So they head over there, and of course they try to get back up, but the Red Queen is monitoring them the entire time, so she's got them on surveillance. She's just like, you're all gonna die down here. Let's get Jill Valentine and the SWAT team. Let's get the rest of them. We can't let them get out of here. Come on. What the hell are you? There's like 1 million of you guys and only like 5 of them. What the hell? And so they get to the elevator. They try to go their way up, but Red Queen shuts it down. She's like, nope.
Denied.
And then Leon's just like, okay, guess we're going with Plan B. And before Plan B can initiate, of course, we get the whole, like, you got the room where the elevator is, where they all are, the long hallway that connects, and then you got the bad guys, Jill Valentine, the army of hunk soldiers, just on the other side shooting at them, and they're shooting back. And I really hope that there are no Barry Burton fans out there that saw this, because they killed him off.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, did they kill him off.
Mm-hmm.
He goes down fighting, but wow.
He goes out like a badass. So he doesn't...
It's not humiliating death, but it's... Like, well,
Yeah.
killed off Barry. Well, better Barry than Leon. I know that sucks to say that.
Oh, that's going to start a flame war.
I don't know. Could have been Alice. A lot of people probably would have been for that, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're kind of like skipping over some little areas, so you guys will still...
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I know, but still... We'll just leave those like a little bit out so you guys aren't completely spoiled. You know? The little kid that the main character is like dragging along throughout the whole entire movie, she, yeah, basically gets kidnapped by a licker. And she goes after him.
Yeah, okay, so like in the elevator area where they are, the licker comes down the elevator hatch, kills off suburb Michelle Rodriguez, so basically...
Right to the wall.
Cracked her neck, so why the hell was she here? She had no reason to be here, just to have two Michelles around. One that was bad and one that was good, just to get killed off. And the licker kills her off, scratches up Barry, and takes the little girl by the mouth. And the little girl, who's not really that good of an actress, but I don't know, maybe that might be given to the position she was in.
That really wrecked it for me. Just the way that she screamed, it was like... It was death scream, yes. So there's like points, but then it was like... extended death scream. It was like low death scream.
Ah, mommy!
No, it's more like like using your whole voice, not like high pitched like a normal little girl should scream, like,
yeah,
you know, high pitch.
And so the licker, for some reason, the licker doesn't kill her right away like it did Michelle. It instead grabs the little girl, goes up the elevator into a different hatch or something, and it goes into another section where there's an elevator room, and it puts her in somewhat of it kind of puts her in like a what the hell would that be, like a parasite bag or something,
Metamorphosis bag, or
it puts her
saving her for later bag.
It's like a cocoon, like I'll be back.
It's a sandwich bag.
Like that. So Alice is telling Leon, like, I gotta go after her. Leon's like, no, I won't let you. And Alice is like, I have to. And Leon's like, okay. He's like, okay. So Alice climbs the ladder. She's going after her. And Leon and Barry are standing behind and shooting up the place.
Mm-hmm.
So Alice gets the action scenes. Well, Leon, they get their action scenes too. Yeah. So yeah, Alice gets into a very short fight with the licker. In short, she kills it.
Very badassery.
She kills it. She saves the girl, pulls her out of the cocoon. She's like, okay, obviously we can't go back the way we came, so let's go this way. Okay, and at this point, when Leon and them are still fighting, Jill pulls a cheap shot. She's like, hey, drop your weapons, or we're going to kill this bitch in the red dress. And I think Leon ditched at this point. He's going to the elevator with the black guy. And Barry's like, stick behind. Well, Barry's like, go on, I'll stay behind. He tries to surrender. Instead, he gets shot up. But before he dies, he gets one last shot off and kills somebody, and then Barry just dies.
Yeah.
So,
which I kind of think that he had a flak jacket underneath him, because he kind of got like shot 3 times before he went down. And then he caught the gun and then tried to get...
but you know those were armor piercers. You saw the blood.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Kind of didn't notice. But anyways... He at least kills one of the guys before he goes down, so he goes on.
Yeah,
like
so
a badass.
Yeah, Barry pulls out his magnum and he's like...
Yeah, very Call of Duty.
And, so... Barry dies and,
Last stand.
So Leon and, the other dude, go to the elevator, and they're just like, okay, the backup plan is about ready to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It happens. The facility blows up. Water just comes in the entire area, flooding it. And Jill and the other guys, they escape on the side because apparently there were some submarines nearby, fortunately for them. And it takes Leon and the other dude with the elevator all the way up to the surface. Now, they're just waiting there like, okay. And then conveniently, there's an air duct next to where the elevator stopped. It busts open, and there's Alice and the little girl like, hey guys, what's up?
We're here.
For the sake of plot convenience.
Yeah.
So
we're just making the director's job easy, right here.
So, okay, all of them are at the surface. So now we've got Alice, little girl, basketball player, black guy,
yeah.
and Leon. And they get in their tank, they drive off, but unfortunately they don't get too far because the submarine with Jill and Michelle, bad Michelle, they bust up through the surface of the ice, knock over the car, and this is where we get our final battle fight. So Resident Evil 5 Jill Valentine takes on Alice with guns and bow staffs and scythe sticks, and Michelle Rodriguez takes this I don't know if it was Oris, but it was Las Plagas virus. She mixes her blood with it and she injects herself with it, and she gets this super strength, like she could fist palm your chest and stop your heart. She can take bullets and they'll just like come out of her body like nothing, so you can't kill her with a gun. Basically a very souped up woman. Very deadly. Yeah, basically a She-Hulk. So both Leon and the other guy are taking on her, which is not pretty. Mm-hmm. And the choreography for this fight was actually really good. I thought it was pretty good from what we've seen in the past. I'm strictly saying this.
Me coming from old school kung fu movies.
That's why I'm not going with those. I'm talking about with these movies.
Oh, with these movies.
Yeah, with these movies.
We have to lower the bar.
Yeah, with these movies, it was pretty good.
For me, knowing kung fu movies,
No, I've seen, well, of course, any Bruce Lee movie, sure. Come on.
Yeah, badass.
Come on, Bruce Lee, realistic. Come on.
That guy got hit.
In this fight, there's a lot of 3D shots. Like you see, there's a lot of crap being thrown at the screen, which it's okay.
There's got to be some of that. It's CG, people. CG.
So, Alice actually takes a lot of hurting in this fight. Like you can feel the impacts. Like she's getting like these bone crunching punches. Like boom, ugh, and she's getting jacked up.
Mortal Kombat X-Ray.
I know. I saw that too. I'm like, and I swear to God, like you see these Mortal Kombat X-Ray moves, Mortal Kombat 5 9 X-Ray moves. Like Michelle, when she's fighting the black guy, she palms him on the elbow, boom, and it goes like an X-ray, and you see like the bone crack, and I'm like, wow, they took that right from Mortal Kombat. And she goes on him on the back, boom, and you see like his rib cage is collapsing. And then
that's how the black guy dies.
Oh no, he doesn't know like that. She palms him.
Yeah, right in the chest.
Yeah,
X-ray move.
Yeah, palms him right in the chest, and it stops his heart. He drops dead. And so he drops dead. Leon is still fighting her, and Jill is still fighting Alice. Alice is not doing well. It's like left and right. Alice is getting her butt kicked. I mean, she's thrown in a few good moves, and she's kind of balancing out. But when it comes to like the actual hits, Alice is taking them.
Yeah.
And even Alice gets a few extra moves done on her. Like her rib cage gets busted up too.
Oh yeah.
And
almost stops. Almost.
Almost. She almost got it stopped. When oh wait, that didn't happen yet.
We're skipping.
Yeah, we're skipping. Damn it. Hold on.
Annoying spot. Annoying spot.
So yeah, she's still fighting Jill. This was the most hilarious part that killed it. This is not how that should have happened, and I was afraid that they were going to do this. They did exactly what I didn't want them to do. Oh my god. So, okay, Alice has pretty much lost this fight. So Jill picks her up by the throat, kind of like holds her in that position for the death strike.
Yeah.
She's got her against like the bottom of the tank where the wheels are kind of doing their thing.
Yeah.
And the red queen, through the thing on her chest, is like, terminate Project Alice, kill her. And
Through Wi-Fi.
So Jill's about to kill her. Alice reaches forward on her chest, yoink, drops it.
Easily, I might add.
Like, there was no threat, it was just...
It was like an iPod plug, it easily comes out.
I'm like, no! Oh, God. Oh, God, it was that easy. We cracked up in the theater during that part. We were just like,
we were trying not to laugh too loud.
Oh, my God. Yeah, like, she just, like, pops the thing off the chest, throws it, and all of a sudden that thing starts crawling like a spider.
Well, it really should have happened like that in the game, though. But then... Yeah.
That's not the problem, though. It was just... With how easy she pulled that thing off, I'm surprised it didn't fall off naturally.
Yeah. Like, you saw it shift a couple times in the movie, but...
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
That was hilarious.
A little too simple.
Like...
At least
struggle to get it off.
Yeah.
I mean, did you play Resident Evil 5? I had to pin her down like 3 times.
With Chris and Shep. That took 2 people. That was just one chest slap. Yeah, it was off.
Just to yank that thing off of her, and like the tentacles were like inside of her skin, and you had to pull those out. In this one, just flick it. It's like a June bug.
It was that easy.
I'm just like, wow. And what makes that worse is that there were plenty of times during that fight she could have did that.
Yeah.
Like they were close up. They were like back to back, like holding each other's heads. Like, you could have just. Damn.
Yeah. So flipped and taken that off. Yeah.
And so as soon as she pulls it off, Jill falls down, passes out for a little bit, and Alice turns her attention to Michelle, who's kind of messing up Leon because, well, why not?
Which all the time the other girls just pass out on the snow, doing nothing.
Ada Wong. Oh yeah.
Ada.
Ada, she's just handcuffed, and she's just laying there like
passed out,
watching. I guess maybe. I don't know. She sees what's going on. She's like, hell no.
She's like, I'm just gonna lay right here in the snow, do nothing.
Yeah.
When they need me, I'll come up.
What's also kind of funny is how she's wearing that revealing red dress in the middle of the snow blizzard.
Well, they kind of drug her out there, so she could have had something back.
Maybe she might have had a heat warmer in there. So
her thing was a huge snuggie.
Yeah, so Alice picks up a nearby gun, starts shooting Michelle. Michelle turns to her, and immediately palms Alice right in the chest, breaking her ribcage, sending her flying. And that almost kills her. Mm-hmm. But apparently Alice is still strong enough to be able to get up and do a little bit of fisticuff fighting, although to no avail. She just gets her butt whooped. And then at this point, Leon got palmed, but he made it out okay. He just got fisted into the submarine and just like, okay, I think I'm done.
For a little while.
And then Jill, she's like, Alice, take this gun. Alice takes it, and it's just like, please, did you not just see the last scene? You can't kill me. I don't need to kill you. And she like shoots the floor, and like underneath Michelle, like she falls through the ice, and all these zombies on the ice start dragging her under. And
which I kind of there's 2 spots where like there was definitely floor shooting. It kind of made me think of Underworld.
Oh.
Yeah. But they had their own spin on it, and it was like almost. In some movies, have you ever seen like the main guy comes up with like this dastardly thing, and they shoot down on the floor, and his creation comes up and kills him? Basically that, like, almost Dante hellish inferno thingy.
Yeah. It was interesting though. I was kind of curious like how they were going to get rid of her.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, okay, well, it works.
They ate her.
Or did something to her. Like I'm not.
Cheated her.
I'm a little surprised they didn't. I'm a little surprised she didn't freeze. Like she actually did fight enough to be like, I'm coming for you. No, I'm just like
No, you're not.
I kind of think you'd have froze first. Like she didn't even say. She wasn't even stuttering. Like wouldn't you in that water? Wouldn't you would have been like, I'm coming for you? Wouldn't you have been like that?
Well, she did fight a while, but still, she should have been freezing her ass off out there.
Come to think about it, I don't
negative
think,
15 degrees.
I don't even think I saw any
how
breath.
old.
I didn't see any breath.
Yeah.
So
They could at least did some effect for the breath. And that would have also made it a little bit more realistic that they were actually fighting. And
yeah, so the zombies drag evil Michelle under, and that's the last you see of her. Then that's when you see the helicopters sent by Wesker that were supposed to come in and save them. But Alice passes out. She's back to normal. Leon's okay, and he goes to Ada, covers her up with his jacket. And then the next scene happens. Oh, and the little girl, she's fine too. And
she conveniently stayed in the truck. Like,
oh yeah, Alice told her to. She's like, "Are you okay? Stay here."
But inside, she just played checkers or something. Just play with my eyes.
That's pretty much what the little girl came down to a lot. Stay here, don't do anything.
Yeah, just don't die.
Just stay here, look cute.
Chibi face.
Yeah, stay here, look cute. Don't get involved in any of the action scenes. That's for us.
Pretty much.
That's for the adults. You're here basically just to have some sort of.
You know, they could have used her to throw a gun. At least a gun.
Like maybe.
Some help.
Okay, so in the helicopters, Alice wakes up. She's on a gurney. She's fine. She's got Leon and all the gang right next to her. They're kind of just like they're kind of patching themselves up after the battle. They're all fine now. They're flying to Washington. Leon's telling Alice like, well, a lot has changed since you've been down there. So yeah, prepare yourself to see some really heavy stuff. So they walk into. So after they're all patched up, little girl, Ada. Oh, but before they get out of the helicopter, fan service. Leon tries to put the moves on Ada, and boy is it hilarious. Like he's just he's sitting right next to her, and he looks at her, and she's kind of looking forward, straight face. He softly puts his hand on her leg and smiles at her, and she just looks at him, takes her hand, puts it on his leg, and then Leon's just like, bitch.
Okay. Must be Leon's pickup line.
And okay, and now they arrive at the White House, which looks incredibly demolished, and it looks like hell just. It looks like Armageddon just happened.
Yeah.
Okay, no, they walk in. There's a whole there's a lot of the whole place is kind of crumbling, so people are kind of walking around like it's a fort for war.
Yeah, I know.
And you got business suit guys that are trying to walk in and do computer things. You got army suit guys in the same building that are doing business tactical plans. And then you got some guys that are escorting Leon, Alice, and them to the Oval Office. However, they stop Leon and the other ones, but they only want Alice to go in the Oval Office. Mm-hmm. She finds Albert Wesker is sitting in the president's chair at the Oval Office. He is now in charge and running this place.
Which I kind of wish he did this, just serious face looking at her.
Like, haha. But of course, without a doubt, Alice was like, yeah, I know. But it's okay because they're all on the same side. Now, the next part that happens, you may or may not like. Because I know everybody bitched and complained about Alice having these psychic and supernatural powers in the third movie. Well, Wesker realizes that might not have been a good idea to take those away. So he does his super speed thing, jams a needle in her neck, gives her back all of her powers.
So basically he could do anything with his super speed.
Yeah, so he's just like, Alice, you were useful back when you had your powers. Back the human race is...
Why did you take him away?
Because she was trying to kill him at the time.
And she ended up killing him? Well, she thought.
Well, the reason why he did it in the first place, she was trying to kill him, and he thought that he had her in a place where he could ingest her and take her cells, so he didn't have to mutate. Somehow he got around that. That's never brought up how he stops mutating. Yeah, but Wesker goes on to explain, I've given you back your power because you and I need to work together. We have to join alliances because come out here, I will show you. The Red Queen is dawning a new age to destroy the human race. Only us will stand against her. And there's this really badass positions that all the heroes stand in. Like Leon standing next to Wesker, Ada shows up and she's standing next to them, and Jill is standing next to Alice, and Wesker's just going on with the speech. We've created this frontal assault. This is the final chapter. We have to stand up and rise against this. And then like Alice stands in the middle of the Washington building, and then she does like a cool pose, and then Wesker like is on her side. He stands there right next to her, does his cool pose, and behind Wesker, Ada stands next to Wesker, does her little cool pose thing, and then on the other side of Alice, Leon stands there, does his thing, and then behind Leon is Jill Valentine doing her cool pose. So you got this triangular position where all the characters are just standing there looking cool. That was pretty cool. Wow, a lot of the fan bases are going to look pretty pissed. Like, Wesker is now a good guy, to an extent. And that's how the movie ends.
Yeah.
Was this a bad movie? I don't know. Like, at this point, when it comes to the movies, you really by now should know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, we're 5 movies in. If you thought at all we were going to get to some sort of comparison with the games or be able to lock them in to accept them as game things, that forget it. That's not going to happen. In fact,
at least you got some fan service, yes, but I understand that you're not going to make the same thing twice.
And in fact,
totally not the same thing twice.
In fact, I don't think the fans, as of now, are even happy with the direction the games are going. So, if you're not happy with the games as of late, did you really think you were going to be happy with the movie who's taking content from the newer games? So,
just it being in a movie doesn't make it any really different.
Yeah,
CG-wise, yes.
So by now, you should know that there's no way you're going to compare these games to the movies and think that it's going to be faithful. It's not. It's really not. It's entirely a different thing.
Unless they want to feed you the same thing over and over and over.
Let's see. As far as entertainment, as far as entertainment value goes, it was very entertaining. Like, I was not bored. This movie kind of surprised me, and which surprises me because I really thought this was going to suck.
It was decent in my book. I think Will is more on the page of it actually being a little bit higher, but there's just like some. I mean,
we're not talking movie of the year or anything. Like, it's not that. It was entertaining. It was loud, dumb, and obnoxious. But as far as Resident Evil movie goes, I think it's one of the better ones. It was,
and which I think they nailed some key things perfectly. So like, there's the insane like feeling throughout each Resident Evil game and stuff like that. Feeling confined, feeling that it's almost hopeless and stuff like that. And that's basically kind of those elements that are inside a Resident Evil game. And they really brought that into the movie. And then I feel that part they did succeed. A lot of
yeah, because there were quite a few close calls.
Yeah.
But would I recommend this to any Resident Evil fan? Like, if you're a
hardcore,
if you're a hardcore purist Resident Evil fan, odds are if you didn't like, you're not going to be happy with it. Odds are you didn't like the last ones. So,
yeah.
But if you had seen,
that's like if you're going to take this with a different point of view. That it's a different Resident Evil universe than what you know from the video games.
Totally alternate reality.
If you take it like that, it's maybe.
Yeah, take it with a grain of salt. It's an alternate reality. That much is certain. Don't try to compare it. It's totally unfaithful to the games. Of course, it's going to be. It was entertaining. I did like what I saw. The action scene. There were a lot more action scenes than there were in the original. So yeah, there's a lot going on. And so if you like that, if you like a good action movie, this is right up your alley because it doesn't stop, and it does. It's well paced.
Yeah, I think so.
Because it didn't seem like it was very long. It kind of felt short.
Really?
A little, because I felt like.
I think I felt entertained enough that it wasn't like Lord of the Rings long. So okay, at least it wasn't that. Like, to the point that you are feeling reality in that chair, and you kind of want to get up. It's not that long, but it's a decent amount.
Like, as a video game movie, comparing it to the actual game, sure,
it's better than most.
Sure, it's terrible, but as far as it's not really that bad a movie. I mean, I know I'm probably going to get flamed a lot for being like, hey, why are you defending this poor Resident Evil movie?
It's alright.
I was entertained, I'm not going to lie, guys.
And even if you don't know any Resident Evil in general, it's still entertaining. If you're just finally looking at something that's Resident Evil related, I think it still would be entertaining.
Yeah, because when we saw Afterlife, we thought that was pretty good, because what carried that movie, because you were expecting that final scene with Wesker that was in the end of the movie with the fighting. Sure, there was action scenes in between, but now looking back, Afterlife's not nearly as good as this one, because the action scenes, and there's a lot of them, and they're pretty good. That's if you like action movies. Wow, it's really kind of hard to rate this one, because it's for a fan base that's really awkward, because there's the fan base that has different kinds of people. Like, you got the purist fans who want nothing to do with these movies and want to hate every one of them just for the sake of its being unfaithful. And I understand that, I really do, because if you don't stay good to the source material, then you really ruin what that franchise becomes, and you're hurting the legend that it leaves behind when you're trying to introduce...
I mean, what?
When you try to introduce a brand new audience, the moviegoers, to a franchise, and you don't stay close to the source material, then yeah, you really do hurt the legend. So I really do understand for the purists who don't like the movies, I really do. Then there's the fans like me who can accept an alternate reality and just be like, okay, I know this has nothing to do with the games. I love the games as they are, the earlier ones going onward.
Which probably kind of...
But I'm open-minded.
Yeah, I kind of like, in some ways, that I did enjoy the Mega Man Zero and stuff like that, those kind of things and stuff like that. In a way, I was able to accept the movie like I did, the Mega Man Zero series, so I guess...
Yeah, so I'm an open-minded fan to that alternate reality stuff. And then you got...
Plus you get that in many other different games in general, so it's not really a new element, but it is refreshing.
Yeah, and then you got the fans who really don't care, and that'll just soak up anything that has Capcom or Resident Evil on it, and just be like, I want everything.
Woo!
Like, I don't care what it's from or what it is. If it's got Resident Evil on it, I want it. And then, aside from the fan base, you got the people who don't know what the hell it is, and probably just watch the movies, and probably are going to like it because the last ones. So, it's really hard to tell who this movie's for.
It's for everyone.
Would I recommend everybody see it? I wouldn't recommend it if you're a purist. I really wouldn't, because...
If you're a purist, just rent it. Rent it when it comes out.
Like, if you're a purist, you already know what you're going to do.
Just
so, there's no point in me telling you. But I thought it was better than the previous movies, so...
It's like a movie that you could enjoy, or, like, you know, you could take your girlfriend that's nothing related to gaming at all, and she'll enjoy it. But you'll probably hate it, just because of...
Fortunately, at the beginning of the movie, they did give a little bit of a recap.
Yeah,
a little bit of recap, so you weren't entirely lost, but...
Which kind of rewinds, then fast-forwards.
Yeah, so, like, it's like a 5-minute recap, which I thought, okay, that's... At least they tried to be like, okay, guys, cliff notes, this is what happened then, this is what's going on now. So...
Which really wasn't bad. Like, the slow-mo in the beginning of the movie, it wasn't slow enough that it got annoying. Like, come on! Get done with it!
Yeah, I know. It paced well. That's what I say. It paced well.
Yeah.
So, if you're an action movie lover, and if you are, this movie's right up your alley. If you just want to see how...
If you come from a Bruce Lee loving movie,
probably
maybe not.
It's cheesy actiony, but...
Probably.
It's the same kind of cheesiness, actiony, that superhero movies are. It's got Spider-Man, It's that sort of. If you're expecting Bruce Lee, don't, please. Yeah. Why would you?
But there is some points in the movie that, yes, the badass of Resident Evil is there. It is present, and it's defined in the movie.
Oh, there's one weapon that they did in this movie that I thought was really cool, when Leon pulls like a little disc out and throws it out there.
Oh!
And it's a disc that turns into like a whole bunch of guns and like shoots everything.
Yeah, we didn't say that.
And I'm just like, oh god, that was cool. I have never seen...
I kind of wish they had in the video game. You know how freaking awesome that would be? And then like it be like a grenade or something like that, or I don't know.
It's hard to describe what that weapon was. It was
if
like,
they put that in the newer game, I'm getting that game.
That was cool. It's like, yeah, because Leon was behind something, and he takes out this like huge frisbee, and just chucks it out there.
He just slides it.
Yeah, and the frisbee sides open up, and it's just like on the whole sides is just
bullets.
Yeah, holes. and bullets start flying out of all of them in a circular motion. I'm like, that is awesome. I have never seen that before. That was cool.
Which was a good tactic, and I don't know. I kind of wish that it's just shot normal bullets though. Wouldn't it be a lot more accurate if it just shot normal shotgun shells or something like that?
To be honest, I really don't know. It's kind of as random as a grenade. Like, you really never know what you're gonna hit.
I don't know. It might have like some sort of level. As soon as it's free falling, it just initiates and
probably explodes.
Average person waist size. At least that's what we're guessing.
So, yeah. That's pretty much where the movie goes. Like, if you liked the movies before, or if you just want to see where the plot's going, I probably would see it, because to be honest, after that ending, I'm kind of interested in where this is going. Because...
And not as a purist, but like as curiosity.
Yeah, for curious reasons, because with Wesker and all them now on a team, I'm just... Okay, if this is built up to...
Who is the... Well, it's not who is the bad guy, but, like... How is it gonna go into another movie? Is it gonna be like... It feels like a Terminator type thing.
Sort of, yeah.
It's really like Judgment Day, but with zombies instead of robots.
It kind of has that Salvation feel to it.
Yeah, but it's never present in the movie though. It doesn't like fully do that sort of thing.
So in short, guys, it's not a bad movie.
Yeah.
It's a bad movie when you're trying to say it's Resident Evil, but it's entertaining. That's all I can really tell you.
Yeah.
If you want to see it, go by all means. Like, you'll be entertained with the action they have, but if you're expecting a good Resident Evil story to be faithful to the characters, don't. Because they're not. They're in there, but they're not faithful. So, till next time, this is the Brotherhood Gaming, signing off.